Children, today we are going to study Chapter of Science of Class 7, Nutrition in Plants. First of all, we will see how much we already know about nutrition. Why is food important for organisms? What are the ingredients of food? What are nutrients? How do plants prepare their food? Now, we will see what we are going to learn today. Nutrition in plants, photosynthesis, other methods of nutrition in plants, saprotrophic nutrition, recycling of nutrients in plants. First of all, we will study about method of nutrition in plants. Plants are the only organisms which can prepare their food with water, carbon dioxide and minerals. Before knowing the method of nutrition, we should know what is nutrition. The method of obtaining food by organisms and its utilization is called nutrition. Nutrition is of two types: autotrophic nutrition, heterotrophic nutrition. Children, do you know that how plants prepare their food? Children, have you ever prepared your own food? Children, do you know that even the smallest plant prepares its own food? The method of synthesis of food by plants is called photosynthesis. Plant needs 4 substances for this: sunlight, water, carbon dioxide and chlorophyll. Photosynthesis is carried out by leaves. Leaves of a plant have tiny pores called stomata. Carbon dioxide from air enters into leaves through these tiny stomata. Plant cells contain small structures called chloroplast. These chloroplasts contain chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the green pigment of leaves. These chlorophyll-containing cells of plants prepare carbohydrates with the help of carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight. In this process, oxygen is produced. The food is prepared in the form of glucose, which provides nutrition to the plant and help in its growth. The unutilized food is stored in the form of starch, which may be utilized later. So, photosynthesis is the process in which plants prepare their own food with the help of carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll and sunlight. Test for starch in plants. Children, for this test, we need some materials: a green leaf, hot water in a beaker, alcohol, iodine solution, test tube, spirit lamp, tripod stand and petri dish. Now, keep the leaf in a petri dish which was kept in sunlight for a few hours. Ignite the spirit lamp, place the leaf in the beaker of hot water and place the beaker on the tripod stand. Heat the water until the cell membrane breaks and cell wall becomes soft. Cell wall should become soft because iodine needs to be absorbed into the leaf properly. Now take the leaf out of the water and place it inside the test tube and add some alcohol to the test tube so that leaf is submerged in alcohol. Now place this test tube in the beaker again and boil until the leaf becomes colorless. The green color in the leaf was due to chlorophyll. Now take the leaf out of the test tube and place it again in the petri dish. Add a few drops of iodine solution on the leaf and observe the color change. Leaf has changed to blue-black, and this blue-black color of leaf indicates the presence of starch. Other modes of nutrition in plants. Children, You must be knowing that atmosphere contains 78% nitrogen, but plants are not able to use nitrogen in this gaseous form. During lightning, nitrogen changes to nitrates and nitrites, which come down along with rainwater and are absorbed by soil. On the other hand, rhizobium bacteria present in the roots of plants convert nitrogen into ammonia, which is then used by plants. The blue-green algae present in soil also convert nitrogen gas into ammonia. These compounds of nitrogen are used by plants, and nitrogen is the main source for proteins and chlorophyll, etc. The organisms which depend on plants obtain protein, chlorophyll, etc. from plants. Plants and other organisms decomposition release nitrogen, which gets converted into nitrogenous compounds in soil, which are then utilized by plants, and this cycle goes on, which is called nitrogen cycle. Parasites. Children, we are going to study methods of nutrition in plants in detail. Parasites. Children, do you know that some plants do not prepare their own food because they lack chlorophyll and they depend on other plants for their food? You all must have seen this yellow, slender, thread-like structure around the stems of plants. This is a Cuscuta plant. You will be surprised to know that this Cuscuta plant obtains its nutrition from the plant on which it is present, as it does not contain chlorophyll and cannot prepare its own food. Children, such plants are called parasites, as Cuscuta-like plants absorb nutrients from other plants which are called host plants. Other modes of nutrition in plants. We have already discussed about parasites. Along with this, there are two other methods of nutrition, which are insectivorous plants, saprophytes. Insectivorous plants. Children, have you seen or heard about plants which eat animals? The plants which eat insects are called insectivorous plants. Plants are the supreme form of life on earth which do not hurt anyone. Rather, they provide food for all the organisms on earth. But do you know that some plants eat other organisms? We call these plants as insectivorous plants. Such plants grow in nutrient-deficient soils, and they eat insects to fulfill the deficiency of nutrients. They have a strong digestive mechanism which converts complex substances into simple substances. Children, let us see a few examples of these insectivorous plants. First of all, we will talk about pitcher plant. Its leaves have shape like a pitcher, that is an earthen pot, and hence the plant is named pitcher plant. The pitcher-shaped leaves are filled with a strong smelling liquid which attracts insects towards it. As soon as the insect enters the pitcher, it gets trapped between the hair-like structures present inside and the lid closes. The digestive juices present inside digests the insect. In some insectivorous plants, leaves have a slimy liquid which traps the insects which sit on the leaves. The insect is then digested by the leaf. Children, So there are many such plants which eat insects. Now let us talk about saprophytes. This is a method of nutrition in which organisms obtain its nutrition from dead and decaying matter. This method of nutrition is called saprotrophic or saprophytic nutrition. The organisms using saprotrophic or saprophytic mode of nutrition are called saprotrophs or saprophytes. Come on children, now let us learn that what is a symbiotic relationship. Some organisms live with each other and depend on each other for their food and shelter. This is called symbiotic relationship. Now let us see that how nutrients are recycled in the soil. Plants continuously absorb nutrients from soil. As a result, soil becomes deficient in nutrients. To overcome this deficiency, manure and fertilizers are added into the soil.